Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Tara with Simply Made Eats, and today we're making these deconstructed cheeseburger bowls. We are gonna skip the bun on these, but we're gonna add all kinds of delicious toppings. This makes a fantastic weeknight meal. It's ready in less than 30 minutes, or you can prep it on Sunday for the week ahead. For our ingredients, we've got pretty much everything that you would use in a regular cheeseburger. We've got our cheddar cheese, we've got hamburger, we've got lots of spices that we're gonna mix into that meat mixture so it's just really good. Then we're gonna use some romaine lettuce. I have small ones here, but it's really just like one large romaine heart. We've also got some avocado that we are gonna dice last so it doesn't get brown at all. We've got sliced red onion. You wanna slice this nice and thin. Then we've got Roma tomato that you wanna get the seeds out and just chop this up as well. For our dressing, we're gonna be making a Chipotle ranch, which we're gonna start right now. This Chipotle ranch dressing really couldn't get any easier. We're just gonna mix together our mayonnaise with our milk and whisk this up. I should have used a bigger bowl. Then we're gonna add a tablespoon of our ranch dressing. This is just the kind you get in the packet. And that's gonna thicken it up a little bit. This is gonna be more like we want this like a salad dressing, so we do want it nice and thin, and we're not like covering our salad in it. And then we're just gonna add a tablespoon of our adobo sauce. This came out of the Chipotle Peppers, and it just adds a little bit of heat and spice to that sauce. If you like things really spicy, you can definitely go with 2 tablespoons. Just make sure it doesn't get too watery. And then you're just gonna whisk this up. Once we get this ready, we're just gonna pop it in our fridge until our cheeseburger bowls are all ready. One of the things I love about this recipe is that the meat tastes really good cold or warm, so it's great to pack for lunches during the week, and it's definitely a lot healthier than like running through the fast food and actually getting a cheeseburger. You can also, if you want to skip some of the fat on this, you can also do like a ground turkey or ground chicken instead of the ground beef. Next, we're gonna cook our ground beef. We're just gonna cook this in a Dutch oven or a large pot over medium heat, and you wanna just break up the beef as it cooks, and we're gonna cook it until it's no longer pink. Just continue to break this up. Then we're gonna add in some seasoning once it's almost finished. This is just a combination of garlic powder, some cumin, chili powder, and salt. Then once it's cooked all the way, we're just gonna turn off the heat completely and just cover it up just to keep it warm. Okay, so our ground beef is on the stovetop. It's just covered with no heat. We don't wanna have this too hot when we put it on our bowls because we don't want all the lettuce to wilt and our cheese to melt and all those things. So we really just want it warm when we actually assemble our bowls. The next thing we're gonna do is just wash and dry our romaine lettuce. And then we wanna just chop this into pieces like we would for salad. One of the things that I've really been working on this year is trying to add color to food. I think that like when everybody thinks about going on a diet, you know, in the new year, and you really don't have to. You just need to add like more color to your food. So, you know, if your food's looking kind of boring, add some veggies to it. This is like the perfect example because we're getting, you know, people are like, oh, a cheeseburger bowl, isn't that healthy? Well, we're adding veggies, you know, we're not doing the bun, which I don't think bread's bad for you anyways, but, you know, we're just like adding a variety to our diet. That's how I think of healthy. Once our cheeseburger bowls are ready to assemble, I like to go ahead and just scoop the ground beef into a bowl. I don't have a lot of fat in mine. If you use an 85-15 or a 93-7, you're gonna have a lot less fat than if you use an 80-20. However, if you do use an 80-20, just to make sure you get some of that grease out, you don't want a bunch of grease in your salad. One of the things that's great about this recipe too is it's kind of like taco night, where if you want to serve everything separate and just let everybody make their own, that's a really good option too. I know the kids always love that. And this makes about 4 really large bowls. So for the avocado, I like to really save it until the very end. These things just brown so fast. But what you want to do is just slice it in half. We're going to remove that pit. If it's nice and ripe, it usually just pops out like this, which is always nice. Sometimes you have to struggle a little bit with it. But then I like to just take a knife and just cut some grid lines in it. And then what you can do is just like scoop it right into the actual cheeseburger bowl. Makes it a lot easier. Okay, so we are gonna assemble our salads. I like to start with just a little bit of lettuce and then add in however much beef you want. I like to kind of separate everything, but you can definitely just like toss it all together too. It's not gonna hurt anything. Just kind of looks prettier like this. Next, we've got our cheddar cheese, which I like to add over the lettuce so it stays solid and doesn't start to melt. Then we're gonna add some red onion. Pickled red onions would be really yummy on this too, if you wanna go that extra step. We've got a little bit of Roma tomato. Then we've got our pickle. And we're gonna scoop that avocado right in there. And then last but not least, we are going to go ahead and just drizzle this over the top. You can add as much or as little as you want to. And if you feel like it's too thick, you can always water it down a little bit. I kind of like it on the thicker side like this, but if you wanted to really just drizzle over the entire top of it, just add a little bit of water to it. That's it, guys. This looks so good. I can't wait to eat it for lunch. That's it. We're all done with these cheeseburger bowls. I hope this inspires you to skip the burger and fries and make these instead. These are so yummy, ready in less than 30 minutes, the perfect weeknight meal. I know you guys will love these ones. Make sure to give this video a like and consider subscribing for new recipe videos every single week. Thanks so much for being here, and I'll see you next week. Bye. This is so good. I wasn't sure about the pickles, but you guys, they're good. Go with it. I'm telling you.